Recently, the Bloxburg 0.9.7 update came out, so I thought I'd review what's in it and just look at some of the stuff. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and like, and let's start. I've already seen everything in this update, and it seems pretty much like an outdoor activities summer update. So in the new and the decorate category, there's all of this stuff right here. Like I said, most of it is outdoor activity stuff. First off, we have a blank paper pile, which has nothing to do with outdoors, but it's cool. It's good for things like offices. You can also resize it with the scale tool to make it taller and larger and smaller. There's also some lily pads which can go on top of water like this. And there's one with a flower. You can resize these with the scale tool. You can make this one larger, and you can make this one with the flower. You can make the flower bigger, and you can make the lily pad larger. There's also a gas can. It just looks like a gas can that you'd see in real life. There's nothing really to it. It's pretty much just for decoration. There's a bottle of bubbles for babies and kids. The bottle of bubbles I really like. It works. And this is what it looks like whenever you use it. It has its own animation and bubbles, so it looks really cool. Next, there is a garden trowel, so just a small shovel, which is good for like a gardening roleplay. You're able to use this too. It has a similar animation to the scooping up, like the making snowballs from the winter update. It doesn't actually dig anything up, but it's still cool that it has an animation. Also a garden shovel, which at first I thought was supposed to like go in the ground, which would be really cool as decoration. But you are actually supposed to put it on a wall. Like, let me see if I can find a free wall. Like here, you can put it on walls and it sits there. You can't actually pick it up or anything, but it's still a really cool detail for some sort of like maybe shed for gardening or just in your garage. There's also a hose spigot, which is another really good decoration to add to the outside of your house. I have one on my wall right here. This is what it looks like. It's not functional, but it still looks really good. There's an air pump, which also is not functional, but it does look really cool, and I really like how they added a lot of decorations in this update. This is what it looks like whenever placed down. They added a bunch of kites with different shapes and different patterns. There's the plain simple kite for babies and kids, which look like this. The simple pizza kite, it's kind of glitching with my floor right now, so it's kind of hard to see, but this is what it looks like right here. There's a rainbow kite. There are winged kites. There's just a plain wing kite, which again is glitching in my floor, but with the other ones you can see it pretty much fine. One that is a gradient. It looks like this. Again, you can't see it because of my floor, but this would be what it looks like right here. There's a rainbow one, which looks similar to this. It's kind of tie-dye, and a noob kite. The noob kite looks like this. They also added in butterfly kites, which I think are really cool. These are personally my favorite kites, the beautiful butterfly kite and the rainbow butterfly kite. And all of these kites are usable. I'm just using the butterfly one for an example. You pick it up and then you just click use. They all have the same animation and they fly up into the sky like this. It looks really cool, and I really love the idea of the kites in the game, and I really like that they added this. Personally, this is one of my favorite things that they've added in this update. You can then stop it as it is in the air and it will reel it back down, and you'll be holding it again. Going with the summer theme, they added a bucket of water balloons, which works very similarly to the bucket of snowballs from the winter update. You can pick one up out of the bucket and throw it. Has pretty much the same animation as the snowballs, but still really cool. Probably my favorite thing that they've added in this entire update would be the roller skates, like beside the kites. roller skates. These are really cool. I've always been interested in having some sort of roller skate or inline skate in Bloxburg as sort of like a second option to a bike. So I think I'm really happy that they added this. So this is what the normal roller skates look like, and this is what the inline skates look like. The normal roller skates look like this whenever you use them. Honestly, it's really cool, and I'm really happy that they added these. Then we also have the inline roller skates, which go slightly faster, and they are still really cool. I like how they gave both options of just normal roller skates and inline roller skates. So they added Sidewalk Chalk. I thought this would be like an animation where you just kind of draw on the ground, but nothing would actually appear. But you can take one out of here and click use, and it does the animation, but then something actually appears that you've drawn. It's some preset drawings, but it's still like a really cool concept, and I really like this for a role play with kids in it. The next thing they've added is garden hoses, and they've added 3 separate types of garden hoses: the enclosed garden hose, the garden hose caddy, and the wall-mounted garden hose, which looks like this. Very similar to the caddy. You can click use on any of the garden hoses and it will pull out the hose, and it does work. It sprays water. I'm not exactly sure though if it will work on your plants in actually watering them. So if I was to come and water, let's see if the hose is long enough. It's not, but if I was to go water those flowers, I wonder if it would like actually water them, or if I would have to go do it myself. Then they added in a glass beverage dispenser, which looks like this. It does work. You can put things in it. Inside of my kitchen right now, I have one and it has sweet tea in it. You can click on it and take some of whatever is in there and drink it. Going with like the gardening sort of theme in this update as well, they added in lawn mowers, which I think is really cool because I didn't think that they'd add something like this, but it does add good, like, it's really good for things like roleplay. So they have just the normal like push mower and then a rideable mower. Now with these, you can't actually like mow your grass or anything. It doesn't do anything, but they definitely are cool. So you can drive the mower. It's pretty slow, but it does work. The push mower looks like this. It's less expensive and it works just the same. It does kind of look weird with my walk animation though. It looks like I'm like breaking my arms. Like I don't even know, just throwing them back really weirdly. It uses your walk animation, so it does kind of make certain walk animations look a little bit weird. But I think that this is definitely a cool feature that they added. In the game, we already had bikes, but they did add more bikes and more variants of bikes, and a kid's bike, like a bike with training wheels. It looks like this. It works the same as just a normal bike, but it is smaller and it is better for kids. Next, just the mountain bike, and compared to the normal mountain bike, it's a bit smaller. It looks like it would maybe be for a kid again, but it would be just a little bit bigger, so it is different from just the normal mountain bike that we already have. And also the Bmx Bike, which is slightly bigger than the mountain bike. And I really like how they added this, because before with just normal bikes, I feel like it looked kind of like disproportionate for kids, and it would be kind of weird to see like a young kid riding that in real life. And I think this is just like, I really like this, so I'm happy that they added this. They also added in a kick scooter, which I think is really, really cool. So they've added in a bunch of different modes of transportation for kids. The last thing that they added was a slip and slide, and this thing is huge. It's not very expensive for how big it is. So you run down it and it will automatically give you a sliding animation. You can turn it on and off as well. That's all there is in the decorations tab. I know they've also added in like a bunch of shapes and stuff for builders, but the shapes are it in the build tab other than the stuff that was already in the decorations tab. There were also a few more food items added. So ice pops were added. These come in different colors. Then lemonade was added and iced tea. that is all in the new Bloxburg 0.9.7 update. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe for more Bloxburg content, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!